Ever wondered how to bake the perfect chocolate chip cookies? The kind that are crisp around the edges but still soft and gooey in the middle? The ones that are golden brown with just the right amount of chocolate chips scattered throughout? Well, you're not alone. It's a universal quest, a culinary journey that's both rewarding and delicious. The secret is in the technique, the timing, and of course, the ingredients. Stay tuned to uncover the secret behind those perfect, mouth-watering chocolate chip cookies. First things first, gather all your ingredients. Let's start with the flour, the backbone of our cookie, giving it structure and texture. Next, we have baking soda, which reacts with the acids in the other ingredients to create those tiny bubbles that make our cookies light and fluffy. A pinch of salt is essential to bring out the flavors. Unsalted butter, melted to perfection, adds richness and a wonderful crumb. White sugar will give our cookies some sweetness, while brown sugar, with its hint of molasses, lends a deeper flavor and chewy texture. Vanilla extract provides that classic cookie aroma we all love. Eggs act as a binding agent, holding all our ingredients together. And finally, the stars of the show, chocolate chips. These little morsels of joy will melt and ooze, creating pockets of chocolatey goodness in every bite. With all these ingredients ready, you're set to start baking. Now, the real magic begins as you start mixing the dough. The heart of any good cookie is the dough. It's like a canvas waiting to be painted with flavors. And our masterpiece today, chocolate chip cookies. To start, we're going to cream together butter and sugar. Oh, and not just one kind of sugar. We're using both white and brown sugar. The white sugar will give our cookies their crisp edges, while the brown sugar, with its lovely molasses notes, will lend a chewy middle and a deeper flavor. Now, with your mixer set to medium speed, combine the butter and sugars until they are just one happy, creamy family. It's a beautiful sight, y'all. This stage is crucial because it's here that we create tiny pockets of air in the butter, which will later give our cookies their irresistible lightness. Next up, we're adding our eggs and a splash of vanilla. The eggs are our binding agent, holding everything together, while the vanilla is like the secret ingredient, enhancing all the other flavors. Mix these in until they're fully incorporated. But remember, we're not making whipped cream here, so don't overmix. Now comes the part where we slowly add our dry ingredients. We've got flour, baking soda, and a pinch of salt. The flour provides the structure, the baking soda gives us a little lift, and the salt, well, it's like the unsung hero of the cookie world, heightening all the other tastes without taking center stage. Add these gradually to avoid a dust cloud in your kitchen and mix until just combined. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the chocolate chips. Fold these little pockets of joy into the dough and watch as they disappear, ready to melt and ooze in the oven. Remember, the key here is folding, not stirring, to keep those air pockets we created intact. Once your dough is mixed, it's time to shape your cookies. But that's a story for our next scene. Until then, enjoy the anticipation of the sweet, chocolatey goodness that's just a few steps away. Next up, shaping your cookies and preparing them for the oven. Once your dough has reached the perfect consistency, it's time to shape those delightful morsels. Now, there are a few ways to do this. You can use a traditional ice cream scoop or a tablespoon, depending on the size of cookie you're craving. With a gentle hand and a scoop full of dough, form a ball and place it onto your lined baking sheet. Now, let's take a moment to chat about the importance of spacing. You'll want to give your cookies room to spread out as they bake. This means leaving about 2 inches of space between each cookie. This prevents them from merging into one giant cookie, which, while potentially thrilling, isn't quite what we're aiming for today. With your cookies comfortably situated, it's time to introduce them to the warmth of your oven. Hopefully, you've had your oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The preheating process ensures a consistent temperature throughout your baking process, which is key to achieving a perfectly baked cookie. Now set your timer for about 10 to 12 minutes. This is the sweet spot for baking time. Any less, and your cookies will be undercooked. Any more, and you risk overbrowning or even burning your batch. However, remember that every oven is unique, and you may need to adjust the time slightly based on your oven's quirks. As your cookies bake, the dough will melt into a flat, round shape, and the chocolate chips will become gooey and delicious. The edges should turn a light golden brown, signaling they are done. Remove the cookies from the oven and let them cool on the baking sheet for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. And there you have it. After a short wait, your delicious chocolate chip cookies are ready to be devoured. It's a simple process, but the result is a batch of cookies that are soft, chewy, and filled with chocolatey goodness. Voila! Now you know the secrets to baking the perfect chocolate chip cookies. From the moment you start gathering your ingredients, the journey towards that heavenly scent filling your kitchen begins. You start off with the basics: flour, baking soda, and salt, the backbone of your cookies, setting the stage for the mouth-watering magic to come. Then, you add a touch of sweetness with granulated sugar and brown sugar, each bringing a unique flavor profile and contributing to the perfect texture. Remember how we creamed together softened butter with the sugars? That's the next crucial step. It's all about creating a smooth and fluffy base that will carry all the other ingredients. And let's not forget the star of the show, the chocolate chips. Each morsel is a burst of flavor, waiting to surprise you with every bite. Then comes the shaping and baking. It's not just about making them look good. The way you shape your dough influences how they bake and ultimately how they taste. And baking, oh, that's where the magic happens. The heat transforms your dough into a golden brown delight, crisp on the outside, soft and gooey on the inside. So each step, each ingredient, each moment spent in this process contributes to the creation of the perfect chocolate chip cookies. So next time your craving strikes, you know exactly what to do. Happy baking!